Ah yes, hero equipment. It's the newest thing that we're all obsessed with in Clash of Clans. But if you're broke or a free-to-play warrior, you might be worried that all of your equipment will never be maxed, and that you'll never get the chance to troll a low-level base with a high-level giant arrow. But don't get all your ores in a bunch, because in this video we're going to be talking about how long it'll actually take to max equipment free-to-play, tips on whether you should buy ores in the shop, as well as one way that free-to-play players can get themselves one event pass for free this year. Alright, first of all, is it even possible to max equipment free-to-play? Well, just like grass grows or the sun rises, you'll eventually have the ores that are required to max all pieces of equipment. But how long will it take to actually accomplish this? The total amount of ores required to max all equipment in the game is 437,700 shiny ores, 30,400 glowy ores, and 480 starry ores. Now that is a lot of ores, but let's see how many days that translates to. For this calculation, we're going to assume a Town Hall 16 who is in Legends League and wins 100% of their wars, so the most optimum free-to-play combination possible. If we do these numbers, we see that the limiting resource becomes the glowy ores, which you would need to farm for 327 days to max all equipment. The reason starry ore isn't the limiting factor is because there's only one piece of epic equipment in the game. But what if that wasn't the case? The frozen arrow has been teased to us quite a bit already, and it's no secret that the RC only has 2 pieces of common equipment, while all the other heroes have 4. So what if we were to assume that sometime within the next few months, we're going to get the frozen arrow as well as the 2 common pieces of equipment that the RC is missing currently? Then the result would be this table, which would lead to a total time of 408 days due to the glowy ore cost. On top of this, this is assuming that you have the maximum ores that you can possibly get as a free-to-play player, which, let's be honest, is not a majority of players. This means that maxing all equipment for free-to-play players will most likely exceed 400 days even if the new equipment does not come out. So in short, it's not possible, right? Well, not exactly. Here is the cold hard truth. It's actually not that long in regards to the other things that we have in the game. Right now, the time to max in Clash of Clans exceeds far more than 400 days, and even if you rush and get the best magic item value, it will take you a very long time to get everything fully maxed. Furthermore, the equipment upgrade path is actually a lot better because there is no upgrade time, meaning you can enjoy upgrades as you get them higher in level. But I know you guys still want to hit like a truck in War or in Legends League, and waiting 400 days doesn't seem like it's worth it, does it? Well, yeah, you're right, and it's not, but you don't have to wait 400 days to become a beast with equipment. This is because although maxing every piece of equipment takes a long time, maxing 4 sets actually takes a lot less. Assuming you're going to pick the giant gauntlet for the king and the frozen arrow for the queen, there's going to be 6 other common pieces of equipment to max out. When putting this into the chart, we can see that the time that maxing this combination would take would equal approximately 204 days, which is around half the time it would take to max all pieces of equipment. This is a lot shorter and further emphasizes the importance for players to invest into one single piece of equipment, especially if you're a free-to-play player. Now at this point, you're still probably begging for a way to make all of this a lot faster, right? Magic items for equipment progression would be a really nice feature, but unfortunately we don't have access to anything like that yet. But like many of you, I began to wonder if the shop offers for ores are worth it. The shop offers get you 300 shiny ores for 150 gems, 60 glowy ores for 150 gems, or 15 starry ores for 275 gems. Now these rates are a lot better than if you bought ores directly from the blacksmith, but they can add up really quickly, especially when we need hundreds of thousands of shiny ore and tens of thousands of glowy ore. But we should really only be focused on glowy ore in this conversation though, since the chart shows us that this is the limiting factor at this point in time. The offer gives you 60 glowy ores for 150 gems, and that's 2/3 of what you could get in a day if you are a max Town Hall 16 player in Legends League and War at the same time. Now to compare this offer to the best gem offer currently, the Book of Heroes, we need to scale up the glowy ore deal. So for every 500 gems we spend in the trader shop, we get approximately 200 glowy ores in return. That would equal just 2 days of what a Town Hall 16 player in Legends League could get if they were winning every single one of their wars, and that doesn't even come close to the value of the Book of Heroes. But I'm not delusional, I know most of the player base is not at that level yet, so why don't we go ahead and analyze this from a Town Hall 12 who is in Crystal 1 and winning about 50% of their wars. As you can see in the chart, this player would get an average of 41 glowy ores per day, making the 200 glowy ores that they bought from the shop give them an effective 5 days skipped. A Book of Heroes still outdoes this deal for glowy ores. So with all of the math done, you shouldn't buy ores from the shop and should just get the Book of Heroes, right? Well, not exactly. Here's the deal, even though you get good value from the Book of Heroes, you actually get no practical value at all. This is because a lot of players are going to be using hero potions every week instead, making investing into the Book of Heroes good numerical value, but absolutely trash practical value, as it won't make a difference in the attack. But on the other hand, investing into the ores will not only make a practical difference, but you won't have to get an additional resource to make it work or wait for an upgrade to finish before immediately benefiting. Furthermore, you can get Books of Heroes from other events and stuff, and you can only hold one at a time, but you can hold tons of ores and are almost never at a risk of overfilling. In the current state of the game, there's actually nothing to make your equipment grind a lot faster, and there's no practical value to the Book of Heroes, so I think overall it's just better for you to invest into those glowy ores. This is especially true for free-to-play warriors, since it's so important how you use your limited resources as a free-to-play player. Okay, now with all of that being said, there is a way for free-to-play players to get an event pass for free without spending any money. Now usually the event pass is about $5 and it gets you some really decent value during the event, especially when it comes to ores. And as you guys know, Clash of Clans has already expanded to the PC so that we can play on any Windows desktop. The application that allows you to do this, Google Play Games, actually gives you a free gift card when you download it, and you can use this gift card in Clash of Clans. Now I've heard some people say that they got $5 and other people say that they got $7. If you get the $5 gift card, I would recommend the event pass as it's really worth it for that price. The $7 gift card should be put towards a gold pass though, because there is far more value for the gold pass than a single event pass at any time. Regardless, this should help a lot of free-to-play players at least get some sort of advantage without spending extra money in the game, and it might even be helpful for the Lunar New Year event that might be coming up soon. And with all of the things that we mentioned in this video, even though things are a little bit slower, free-to-play players can eventually get everything maxed and have strong accounts in the game. But having a strong account doesn't mean anything if you don't know how to attack, right? That's why you need to watch this video right here that not only gives you really good attacking tips, but is gonna help you improve a lot as a player overall in 2024.